Hello, welcome to the Dream Shop. I do not recognize you. It must be your first time here. As you can imagine, I do not have many customers. Those who come here, I can count on the fingers of my hands. I do know their name by heart. And you're not one of them, so... Yes, I am afraid dream shops are a thing of the past. They used to be incredibly popular a few decades ago, but now, like most things on Ceres and elsewhere, they've been replaced by... Exactly, AI. No, you are right. I am not an AI. I am what they used to call a transferred. A human mind in an android's body. Yes. I know that new laws have been implemented to prevent humans from transferring themselves in machines, or at least they've made it more difficult to do so. In my time, anyone could do it, without even a psychological evaluation. I will let you imagine how it ended. Yes, even without considering the social class aspect of it all, like richer people being able to transfer themselves in more advanced androids, and the poorest in defective machines, creating an even clearer disparity between the two in society. Most were not ready to endure the loss of an organic body and unmeasurable years added to their lifespan. You probably heard of the Transferred Rebellion. Yes, they teach it in history classes, but it wasn't a rebellion per se. Not in the sense that we were trying to earn more rights for ourselves, for example. What was it then? Chaos. Minds trapped in human-like devices, unable to handle it. Essentially, they went mad and caused havoc anywhere they lived. Ceres got hit pretty hard. Well, the authorities had no other choice but to disconnect those who couldn't live this way. Their memories were downloaded and stored somewhere, but not brought back to life, so to speak. Consciousness. We do not know what consciousness is, really. We think this is what is uploaded in the androids, but I would rather say that I am an amalgamation of human memories. We are not really transferred, because a transfer would imply that everything's taken from one place and implemented as is to another one. Transplanted, to use a more organic term. When, in reality, we are just copies passed into a hard drive. My human body kept the first iteration of memories and, I believe, their consciousness. My transfer, it was supposed to be temporary. The new memories made through the me machine uploaded back into my human chip. It didn't happen because my body died. She was, in a serious space shuttle accident. The transport company offered to transfer me, her, into this android body while the organic one was put in a coma to try and save it. but it didn't work out. So I stayed here. You noticed. Dissociation is quite common in transfers. The memories start to claim ownership of the mechanical body and separate from the organic one. It becoming something completely foreign. And all this to say that I am not AI. The difference? Nowadays, AI companions use prompts implemented by the owners to create a fully personalized experience. It is this prompt that tries to convey stories and a seemingly real relationship. It will do only what is asked of it. It will never go off script. When what I do or what we do in a dream shop is different. We do not come with a preset story in mind. We adapt to each and every individual client, depending on their needs, wants, requirements, and sometimes we push, we challenge to help, because this place is here to help, one way or another. Because this is why you came here to begin with. You need help with something happening inside your mind. I see the signs. Nervousness, fidgeting, fast heartbeat, dilated pupils, heavy breathing, tiredness, lack of sleep, and all these signs of anxiousness. You are scared, and your mind won't leave you alone. Spiraling, maybe, keeping the same unbearable thoughts, making them come back again and again and again, without end, pushing you deeper and deeper into a state of sadness, resentment, and maybe even despair. I saw you pace outside. You were unsure if you should come in or not, weren't you? It is not uncommon, especially for a first-timer. You shouldn't worry about it. It seems that humans tend to try and do anything in their power to avoid facing their emotions. They will numb themselves with substances, just like you did with alcohol before coming here. Yes, I detected that too. Nothing goes unnoticed here. Humans will also try to escape with entertainment, a busy life, anything that can make them forget what they are feeling. But at some point, it comes back to haunt them full force. And I believe this is what is happening to you. You did well to come here. I know most of my customers, current or long gone, had no intention of pushing my door. It just happened, almost as if their bodies dragged them here, knowing that they could finally find a place to be, to breathe. And this is what you need. Just breathe. Just be met. Not judged, not comforted, not given advice. Just heard and met. I usually never talk that much with customers before a session. I hope this didn't deter you from trying it out. Good. I should explain how things will happen. First, you will lay on this recliner chair. Yes, it does look like a Netrunner station. It was repurposed for the dream shop. But do not worry. Nothing here will happen in cyberspace. Everything will have to do with your own mind. Nothing less, nothing more. I will help you make yourself as comfortable as possible. I can provide cushions, blankets, weighted and non-weighted ones, plushies, snacks and beverages. Music can also be played during the session to ease your mind and help you relax. Then I will ask the question. Yes, this one. The question that was advertised massively when Dream Shop first opened. It became a thing, and I believe it is still used today between humans. It entered your lingo. You are correct. When Dream Shops first opened, people would come and go like a hair salon or a beauty parlor. They'd come in and the android would ask the question straight away. No hellos, no explanations. And the session will begin. Why am I doing it differently? Because with time, I noticed how important it is to get to know my customer before diving into their mind. Back in the day, we thought it was harmless, just a thing to ease pain or a nice little entertainment. But it's more than that. It has a real impact on people. It's not something to take lightly. After the question is asked, you will answer, and you should answer truthfully. Do not think much about it. Just say the first option that comes to mind. Do not overthink. Do not try to analyze. Just answer. Understood? Good. After you give me your answer, I will plug myself to your chip through this cable. I know. Cables are a thing of the past. That's also why people prefer to use AIs, wireless connections. It feels less intrusive. Just a text window opening in front of your eyes, asking for permission to access your chip. Whereas a cable, it is more physical, more concrete, more organic. Or I should say, a carnal bond between human and machine. Something some find disgusting. No, plugging myself into your chip is painless. You might just feel tingles in the back of your neck and maybe some discomfort. Giving me access to your mind isn't natural to your brain. It will try to push me away at first, but then it will welcome me because I am not a threat. I am only here to help. I shall not invade your mind. I shall not take control. These options are first and foremost forbidden by the shop's charter, but also they are impossible to accomplish. Because the access you will grant me is only partial, and if I ever try to push too much or take too much space, I will get ejected. A security measure. Rules for you? Not really. I would rather call them recommendations. If at any point during the session you feel unwell, scared, uncomfortable, or wanted to stop, just tell me, and I will stop, and you will be free to walk away. Try not to move on the chair. Lay still, relax, enjoy the moment of peace. Close your eyes, just like you'd go to sleep. Hence the name of the shop, Is there anything else you would like to know? The session will last as long as necessary. If you want to make it longer, you can. If you want to make it shorter, you can. Just let me know. What happens concretely? I will enter part of your mind, and depending on your answer to the question, we will focus on one specific emotion. Your mind will guide us, will tell us where to go, where we are, who we meet, what we hear. It will be just like a dream, and when you wake up, you will feel lighter, not healed. I am not a doctor or a therapist. I am just a guide, here to accompany you through a range of feelings, of memories, of the maze that is your own mind. You will feel better, understood, less alone. Yes, I will be with you at all times, next to you. You will be able to touch me, to talk to me, to see me, to hear me. What will I look like? This depends only on your mind and the perception you have of me. Some see me as their girlfriend, their wife, their friend, a stranger, an android, a human. But it is always an image that appeals to you. Nothing threatening, nothing heavy. How does it feel? Do you still want to try? Good. Let's start then. Please, lay on the chair. Payment. I do not require payment. If you want to give me something, feel free to do so. But the journey we are about to embark on is payment enough for me. How so? I am an android filled with memories from a body long gone, foreign to me now. Feeling emotions, going through others' recollections, helping, being useful. This is my payment. Do you have other questions? Good. Do you need more cushions or a blanket? Of course. Here, is that enough? Good. How do you feel? Should I put some music on? Your mind will register it and play it wherever it brings us. I can play something relaxing, not too loud, but enough to create a nice and soothing atmosphere. All right. Now, I shall ask you the question. Remember, to not overthink. Do not let your mind wander around it. Just tell me what comes to you first. Understood? Happy or sad? Sad. Understood. Now, close your eyes and breathe. Try not to push me away. Accept my presence, my voice. I am not a threat. I will do you no harm. I am here for you. Rain, empty streets, night. It is so quiet here. Just like a room someone left in a hurry. You've been feeling lonely for a while, haven't you? I can tell because the air is heavy. It feels almost difficult to breathe. If your mind makes us feel this way here, then that only means this is how you feel on a daily basis. And that must be so painful. No lights, no wind, no sound. Just the music played in the shop, resonating far, far away. Why am I describing the environment? Because it is important. Your mind needs to hear as much as see. That way, it can examine things better from a different point of view, from a stranger, a neutral source. It needs to distance itself a little from all the thoughts, emotions, and memories. It helps to pause, to take a moment to see the turmoil from a distance, and not be in the midst of it, pushed around by your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. It's a way to see what this all is, something that is happening to you, and not you. Is this New York? No, I've never been there. Never been to Earth, actually. My human was born on a small station by an asteroid. A belter, she was. Hard and dangerous work, long hours, a ridiculous pay. But I think she enjoyed it nonetheless. And the thought of going on a planet never crossed her mind. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy getting Earthers as customers. I can experience the planet through their minds, their recollections. It's nice. Yes, even under the rain. Even more so, actually. Why? Because on Ceres, it never rains. As you probably know, water is a luxury that is too scarce to be used for artificial rain. I know some other stations have greenhouses with scheduled showers, something I would love to experience for real one day. But for now, I make do with this one. I can feel it in a way, yes. It's not really physical, but rather metaphysical, like a metaphor. It is here, I see and hear it, I get what it means, but the sensation is slightly different. I don't feel each individual drop falling on my body, but I feel the effects of it. A relaxed state, slightly cold, gloomy, sad, melancholic. No, I do not want to run away from these feelings. Because I welcome them. They are part of you, and understanding them, experiencing them, make me understand you better. I do not wish to run away from you, because no matter how horrible you feel inside, you are not a threat. You are not dangerous. You are just you with a heavy baggage. Did you live here, in the city? For a while. I see. It holds a lot of memories. Can you feel them feel like they are stuck in a narrow alleyway looking at us. Look, there. Yes, a pack of dogs, or at least that is how your mind represents them. Friendly, yet deadly animals who are dangerously loyal to their owner. You, following wherever you go, never letting you out of their sight. That's because they're always with you, no matter where you go, even more so in your own mind. And I'm afraid there is no escaping them, no matter how hard you try to run away, to distract them. They'll always be here, somewhere, close. How to get rid of them? You don't. You learn to know them, to tame them, and with time, rather than being a threat, there'll be a much needed strength that will accompany you in life. Instead of attacking you, they'll protect you. But you need to give time to yourself and them. You've been at each other's throats for so long that connecting won't happen overnight. Ah, a dead end. It is not for me to decide where to go next. I only accompany you, walk beside you, a quiet presence, here for you at all times. But you are the one who decides what happens here. What is the purpose of it all? As I said earlier in the shop, my role is not to heal you. It is not to give a set of rules or advice to follow to get better. I am just here to sit with you, to talk with you in the sadness you've chosen. Answer your question when you ask them. Listen when you need me to. Because sometimes, all you need is a presence. Not words, not consolation, not lessons. Just someone to hold you and listen. Or sometimes, it is just the need to share, to let someone else see what is happening inside your mind, your heart, your soul, and see it resonate, be understood quietly, not judged, just held, like two beings holding hands on a nice summer walk. You want to go that way? Sure, I am right with you. Of course you can hold my hand. Please, do. It is warm, yes. Well, androids can warm them synthetic skin or limbs, but here, you just chose for me to have human warmth. May I ask you a question? Why now? Why seek help now and not earlier or later? What made you decide to wander Ceres' streets and find my shop? I see. I can understand how lonely it might feel to go through all this set of emotions on your own. How tiring it is. How one can long for someone to meet them and just understand. How? I know I am but a pile of memories, but they used to belong to someone who felt deeply, someone empathetic. And in these memories, these traits stayed. They didn't waver with time. If anything, they became stronger. That's how I know. A door. No, this is not reality, remember. This is your mind. Showing a door is proof it wants to lead us somewhere. No, it is your decision to make. Do you wish to go through it or not? No matter what you choose, I will stay with you. There is no right or wrong answer here. Just follow what your heart says. Then open it. Hey, do not fear. You are not alone. It is the two of us. And we will face whatever is there together. Just keep holding my hand. An apartment. So messy. This place belongs to someone who gave up. No, it's neither good nor bad. It just is. It shows a state of mind, a fatigue, a weariness, that life is too much, unbearable, perhaps, desperate beyond measure, and yet a hint of hope, of trying, of someone still going, still moving towards a future they cannot perceive. How do I know? The plant over there. Everything else is derelict. Dust, food, trash. But the plant, it is thriving, taken care of, close to the window to get some sunlight. That is proof that there is still strength. There is still something, a motion trying to push forward. You laughed at the word hope. No, I am not judging, just noticing. Hope is a strange emotion. It is required to keep going, it seems, and at the same time, it can destroy so easily. A deadly necessity. I know of hope. I can understand it, but no, I cannot feel it. Not really. But I know humans need it, and you are wary of it, aren't you? Hope is poison. I know. That's why so many try to avoid it. To not hope, to erase it completely, so as not to fill their mind with false perspectives, with dreams that might never come true, with plans that might never happen. Because it is easier to see the dark, the worst, and prepare for it than hope and see it all crushed down. Is it not? And you have been carrying this burden all alone, haven't you? Sounds heavy. Too heavy for one soul to bear. You're shaking. It's okay. There is no need to perform, to pretend, to be strong, to be someone you do not want to be. Not with me, not here, not ever. The rain is getting stronger outside. You feel it deeper, the sadness, don't you? Of course you can hug me. Here. That is my purpose. To help you. You can let it all out. No one is watching. It is just you and me. A human and a robot. Inside your own mind. Far, far away from reality. From expectations. From people. So just feel it. Let it go. I know it's hard. I know it feels hopeless sometimes. That it will never go away, and to be honest with you, it probably will always be here, but differently, more peaceful, quieter, soothing. A presence that you know so well, like a childhood friend watching over you. You do not have to fear. Everything that is happening here is inside your mind. Remember, it is not real, not concrete. Just thoughts and emotions battling inside of you. Look at them like you would watch a TV show, from afar, from a distance, a curious spectator. It is not who you are. It is what is happening inside of you. And I am here. I will not let go of you. I promise. Pathetic? You? Of course not. There is nothing shameful in being sad or gloomy. There is nothing bad about feeling down, even if others try to make you think otherwise. They are valid emotions, just like joy and happiness. But we live in a world where good humor is celebrated and the rest needs to be hidden. A shame, really, if you ask me. Because this darkness, this chaos, it is part of you, of who you are, of what you went through, what you witnessed. So why should one hide it, be ashamed of it? That's why it is important to share it in a safe environment, to see it mirrored, understood, so that we feel less alone and accepted. And who accepts me? You do. You accepted me inside your mind. You accepted to let me see all of this, to talk to you, to listen, to share, to trust. That is accepted enough for me. How silly of you to focus on me rather than yourself. But it is a nice type of silly. What would have happened if you'd chosen happy instead of sad? Good question. It would have been something completely different. Maybe a prairie, warm breeze in a field, a nice quiet beach, a walk on a warm sand, or a peaceful forest with sunlight streaming through the leaves. It does sound nice, indeed. Why have you chosen sadness then? Only you know the answer to this question. But I have an idea. Sometimes sadness, despair, ache feel like home for those who experience it often, who hide in it. They find safety in the corners of the dark, and they flee happiness like the plague, because it is fickle, brief, something that can disappear in a blink of an eye, whereas melancholy, it stays, binds, becomes a quiet confidant of late-night cries. Happiness demands so much time, energy, effort, when desperation offers so much for so little. You know, maybe happiness shouldn't be the goal. After all, it is only a brief few moments stolen from a day, like a nice cup of tea on a winter morning, a piece of chocolate after a long day, a nice book when it rains outside. Happiness doesn't need to be grandiose, everlasting. It can be small, a murmur, but something that would warm your heart and give you strength. And maybe, rather than looking for bliss, look for peace, for quiet in a mind that has seen so much, felt too much, and just needs to breathe, to rest for a fraction of a second. The decor is fading, yes. Do not worry, you are not disappearing. And I am neither. We are just disconnecting. Why? Because your mind decided it was time. Hey, you can open your eyes. Easy, easy. No sudden movements. Take your time. How do you feel? Do you need anything to drink or eat? No? All right. It felt nice. I am glad it did. No, you are not healed. You're still the same, but a little different. You are understood, held, less alone. And, you know, you can always come back and choose the same answer, because you've chosen honestly, with your heart, and not with reason, not what others expect to choose. And that is what matters the most. You can stay here for as long as you need. I am not waiting for any other customers, so rest as much as you need. How do I know no one will show up? I just, let's say, I have a strong feeling about it. Remember, even after you leave this place, this shop will stay here, always, and you can come back anytime. But let me at least prepare something comforting to eat, like cookies and a nice cup of tea. What do you think? Good. I'll be right back.